Okay, today on DadCraft we're going to take a look at how to do the keyboard and mouse controls, because you're going to need both in order to move around your world and do what you need to do. So first thing you got to know is this is set up for right-handedness. There's a way to change that for left-handedness. But the walk forward key is the W, I'm going to walk forward, and the walk backward key is the S. They take you straight forward and back wherever you happen to be looking. The two letters next to the S, A and D, are for left strafe and right strafe. They're kind of like a pan or a strafing move. They don't change your perspective, they just move you to the left and the right appropriately. You need to be able to do those keys in conjunction with the mouse at the same time. And so if I want to look up, I press the mouse forward, I look up. If I want to look down, I bring the mouse backward toward me. So forward, I look up, and backward, I look down. And then if I move the mouse to the right, I look to the right. If I move the mouse to the left, I look to the left. Notice I'm standing in the same position the whole time. I haven't moved the position just by moving the mouse. You can do a full 360 pan around if you want to, but you're not going to move with just the mouse. You need to do both together in order to get around your world. So I'm going to position over here. I will hit the W key, move ahead, but I'm using the mouse to guide myself around these different obstacles. And then I can hit a pan right and look where I'm going with the mouse. And I can look to the left, pan left, and go that way. And so you really want to get comfortable with the controls so that you're not looking down at the keyboard and missing action on the screen. Once you do get comfortable with the controls, you'll be able to use them just fine. You can change the controls if you need to, like for left-handedness, that's all good. What you do is you hit the escape key and you're going to get the menu. You're going to click on Options, Controls, and then you can change the mouse setting. Over here it says inverse mouse, and this is going to make your left and right mouse buttons flip, and that's for left-handedness. You can also go over here to Controls and do Keybinds, and this is going to give you a long menu. Now these are the key controls that we just talked about and a whole bunch of extra ones. You can see here's the 4 keys that you use to walk around the world: forward, backward, right, and left. The spacebar is a typical button. You've got your mouse controls on your right hand, you have the keyboards on the left hand, and the thumb is really well placed to hit the spacebar and just keep hitting that. If you need to jump up on a block or up a level, that's a great way to do it. I leave all those the same. The one that I do change is to drop a selected item. Normally it's the letter Q, but I find when I'm kind of in a panic mode, let's say I'm with a bunch of mobs that are attacking me, if I'm going to go for the 1 or 2 key, because the 1 is where I keep my sword and the 2 keys where I keep my pickaxe, if I want to use those quickly and I happen to hit the Q, I'm going to drop that item. So I don't want to do that. I put drop item all the way down on Z, which is down in the bottom left, and I really have to, pick my way down the keyboard in order to hit the Z key. I think that's safer. So I would suggest that you change drop selected item to Z. On the mouse, you can see that we have 2 buttons that I typically use. I don't use the pick, block, middle mouse button. I just use the attack, destroy on the left mouse button. That's when you have, let's say, sword in your hand and you're going to attack something. If you have the pickaxe in your hand, you're going to destroy a block, that kind of thing. So that's the left mouse button. The right mouse button is for use or place. So if I'm going to use like seeds and put them in the ground, I would use them that way. If I'm going to use a chest and open it up, I do it that way. So once you have the keyboard set to what you want it, say done, 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 then go back to your game. So we'll do a little test of the 2 mouse buttons here in this chest. If I have my left mouse button set to attack and I use my sword, I'm going to start chopping this chest up and it's going to destroy it, and eventually it would be destroyed. If I hit the right mouse button, it's going to use the chest. And so that's the difference between use and so on. I have also the 9 hotkey set. If I hit the letter E, I get my inventory up. This is what I like to have. I like to have a sword in the slot 1. So if I hit the 1 key, it goes in my 1. My sword is there right away. 2 is a pickaxe, 3 is a shovel, 4 is a bow and arrow, 5 is a torch because we place them all over the place, 6 is for an axe, 7 is for a Seelct touch pick. We'll talk about that in a different video. 8 can be a special item. Sometimes it's the attacking item here, which is a pitchfork. And then 9 is I always have some food handy. So if I happen to be hungry, I can hit 9, the chicken pops in the hand, I hit the use button and I would eat it and restore my health. So there you have it, keyboard commands. Get familiar with them, customize the way you want them.